Creating an accessible document using PowerPoint means that you're taking the necessary steps to ensure that your document is easy to navigate as well as understand, especially for people with disabilities. And today I'm going to be giving you a step-by-step guide on how to make your PowerPoint presentations accessible. Welcome to Somo Experiences. For those of you who are new here, my name is Irene Sedede, and Somo Experiences is your go-to guide on everything instructional design. So whether you're a teacher, whether you're a student, or whether you've been in the industry for a while, this is the channel where we're going to be giving you all the insight on instructional design, e-learning, course development, accessibility, and just everything in general, because learning is an ongoing thing. So every day is a learning experience. And without further ado, let's get into the tutorial. All right, so I'm currently in front of my desk ready to show you how to make your PowerPoint presentations more accessible. I'm currently in PowerPoint and I am using one of the amazing templates that is available. So something that you want to note is that by using templates, that's an easy way to start the journey of ensuring that your PowerPoint presentation is accessible, because usually these pre-built templates are created in a way that is already accessible. And if not, you are able to do things such as using default slides, and that is what I'm going to get into. So when you're starting off with creating your PowerPoint presentations, and let's say you're creating a slide that is brand new, one thing you want to do is use default slides. And this is because these default slides are pre-built, just like these templates. And these pre-built slides are created in a way that's already accessible, so you don't have to do any guesswork. These pre-built slides are created for you in a way where it makes the process so much easier. And to access that, you'd go to Home. And once you select Home, where it says New Slide, you want to just click the drop down. And these are what are referred to as the built-in slides or the pre-built slides. And from PowerPoint, the amazing thing is that it shows you how it's going to be arranged. So for instance, if you're going to select the introduction, it already gives you a preview of what that would look like, and it will show you this is where you'd add your title, here's where you'd add your text, you can add your photos here, and you can add another photo right here. So that is an amazing feature that is available that can help you make your content accessible. All right, so you've selected your pre-built slides within PowerPoint, and you're trying to figure out the next step in ensuring that your PowerPoint presentation is accessible. The next thing that you'll need to do is ensure that each slide has a unique title. And the reason why you want to do this is so that if somebody who utilizes assistive technology such as a screen reader, the screen reader is able to interpret each and every slide as a different slide. So with the different titles, it differentiates for the screen reader that this is a different slide from the previous slide or from the slide that's coming. So it's very simple, and how you're going to do this is by ensuring that each title within the PowerPoint is different. So the great thing about PowerPoint is that with the actual templates, they already have different titles for each slide. For instance, the first one says title, the second one says agenda, the third one is introduction. It's already doing that for you by default. Now, what you want to do is make sure that you're changing that, but ensuring that you're not repeating every single slide to have the same title. So I'm sure you're wondering, what if the slide that you're currently building is a continuation of the previous slide? What you can simply do is add that title and put 1, and then in the next one, add the same title and put 2. Or you can add the title and add continued or continuation. That way it's still a different title within each slide to differentiate between the two. So in this case, I'm going to change this title. So I'm going to go with what is showing on the actual PowerPoint template. And right here in the first slide, it is macaroons. So I'm going to change the title to macaroons. And perfect. Now the first slide is the title is macaroons, and then the second slide, the title will be agendas. And you want to make sure that you're going through that process throughout each and every individual slide. So there is a way that you can check to review if each individual slide has a unique title. To do this, you simply want to go into your PowerPoint presentation and select View, and then right at the top you will see Outline View. So select Outline View, and from here, you will see each individual title within your slide. So the first slide is macaroons, second is agenda, third is introduction, fourth is content, and so forth. Now, this gives you a great general view of how each and every single slide has a different title, and you can easily actually make edits to fit your actual presentation right here. So let's say we don't want this to be introduction and we want to change it to about. You have the option to make the edit right here. I'm going to change it back to introduction. And another great thing about this feature is that you can simply drag and drop your slide. So if you like the person interpreting or the screen reader that's interpreting the information within these PowerPoint slides to go in a specific order, you can simply do that. So for instance, if you want the introduction to be first before the agenda, you can simply drag and drop that. Or you can have one of the topics to come before the other. You can simply just drag and drop that information in the order that is preferred. So now that you've added a unique title to each and every single slide within your PowerPoint presentation, the next thing that you want to ensure is that you're adding alternative text to the images within your presentation. So something that is showing within this PowerPoint presentation is that there are different images, and what you want to make sure is that you're adding alternative text to every single image within this PowerPoint presentation. That way it is accessible. And this is because when somebody who's using assistive technology is accessing this document, the screen reader is going to be able to interpret the image for them. To add alternative text, it's very simple within PowerPoint. They actually made this process so easy, and I love that about PowerPoint. Click on the image. So you want to click on picture format and then select alternative text. And here you'll be able to add the alternative text for that image. Another great feature within PowerPoint is that they do now have the ability for you to utilize generative AI. So artificial intelligence is something that's really big and really major right now, not just in the world of instructional design when you're developing courses or creating documents, but it's also something that's being used when you're trying to make documents accessible, because it is a great first step to utilize while you're remediating your files or your documents. So in this case with PowerPoint, what you can do is you can generate alternative text by simply clicking the Generate Alternative Text for Me button, and it will generate some text for you. I will give you a disclaimer that usually the text that is generated is not 100% accurate. So you might need to go in there and make a little tweaks to fit the actual description of the image. But for the most part, it is very close. As things advance and as AI develops, it might get to a point where it's actually pretty accurate. So I'm going to read out what this one says right here. So it says a stack of colorful macaroons. That is pretty accurate. Like, it's very much what is being described here, and it will give you the disclaimer underneath that says description automatically generated. Now, something that I would change is maybe instead of just saying colorful macaroons, I would probably change it to describe which colored macaroons are stacked on top of the other, describing that there is the brown one that's in the background while the green and peach one are stacked on top of each other. So that's just a little extra step that I might take and edit in there. And then something else that I will mention is that it does give you the option to either approve that alternative text that was generated or simply mark the image as decorative. When you're trying to make your document accessible, you want to avoid marking images as decorative if they're not decorative. If the image has very high significance to what is being explained or described within the document, a rule of thumb is to make sure that you're adding that alternative text. But if it is just there for decoration or to make the PowerPoint look prettier, that is when you want to mark that as decorative. So in this case, we're going to approve that alternative text. The next tip is to use simple text as well as formatting. So when you're creating your PowerPoint slides, you want to make sure that you're using simple language as well as simple formatting. So you never want to use jargon that's very complex or hard to understand. That way, when somebody is using assistive technology such as a screen reader, it's easy for it to be interpreted and the information is conveyed in a way that is understandable. Another thing you want to make sure with your formatting is that you're using fonts that are easy to understand and easy to read as well, because there are some fonts which are actually more accessible than others. So you want to make sure that you're using fonts that are going to meet the needs of people who may have a disability. So you want to make sure that you're using bulleted points or numbered bullet points within your PowerPoint presentations, especially within different paragraphs or within text. With this template, it is already showing the different bullet slides that are created here by default, which is very helpful. So all you'll need to do is edit the text information within there. And this is something that's so amazing and helpful. As I said, when you're using these default slides, it just makes your life so much easier. So make sure you're utilizing them as much as possible to ensure that your PowerPoint presentation is accessible. Now, the next item is to ensure readability and navigation. You want to go into your PowerPoint presentation and then you want to select review. From here, you will see the check for accessibility option, and then you want to just go down to reading order pane. From here, what you will see is the reading order for your specific PowerPoint slide. So in this specific slide, the reading order will be the introduction, the content, the first image, the second image, the footer, and then the slide number. Now, what is very important about the reading order pane is that this is the reading order in which assistive technology such as a screen reader is going to interpret the content within the slide. If you want it to be the title and then the picture and then the content, you can simply drag and drop that to the specific order that you want it to be read. And this is such a great feature because you can tailor your content to fit the specific reading order that you'd like your content to be interpreted in. And because you guys know that I love giving you bonus tips, I'm going to add in 2 bonus tips for today. And the first one is going to be make sure that when you're adding multimedia such as video within your content or within your PowerPoint presentation, you want to make sure that it does have things such as closed captioning included. That way it is going to be accessible for whoever is trying to access or review or watch that video. Let's say you want to add a video within your PowerPoint presentation. What you'll simply do is select insert, and then from here you'll scroll all the way to where it says video, select the drop down. Now you have different options. You can add a video from this device, you can add a video from stock videos, or you can add a video from online videos. Now, one thing I will say is that when you're adding a video from this device, usually what that entails is that you have a video that is within your actual device or your desktop that has already been created or edited and already has those closed captionings included in there. When it's stock videos, those videos usually do not have audio. It's usually just movements. Now, PowerPoint is actually integrated with videos from YouTube, SlideShare, Vimeo, Stream, and also Flip. And as you know, this is Somewhere Experiences, which is on YouTube. And something that's really amazing about YouTube is that it does have the option and functionality for you to take advantage of closed captionings as well as transcriptions of your videos once you upload them onto the platform. Usually I utilize a lot of YouTube videos within my PowerPoint presentations for that reason. And what you'd simply do is add the actual URL for the video that you want to add within your YouTube video here, and then you simply select insert. I've already done that, and this is the video that I do have embedded in here. And for instance, if you're going to use this video or somebody's going to access this video and they press play, there is the option right there to select for closed captioning. All right, so you're almost at the end of making your document accessible, and you've taken all the necessary steps that you know in order to make your document much more accessible for everyone. But you want to just make sure that you've crossed all your T's and dotted all your I's. And PowerPoint makes that very easy using the accessibility checker. All right, so what you want to do is you want to select Review, check accessibility, click the drop down menu, and you can either check accessibility, alternative text, reading order pane. In this example, we're going to start with alternative text. And here you want to make sure that you're clicking each and every individual image within the slide, and it will show you whether that alternative text is meeting the standards or if you need to go in there and change that. Now within that check for accessibility feature, there is the option to look into the reading order pane. And here again, you can check the reading order of that specific document to verify if it's going to read it in the order in which you intended for it to be read in. Next option, again within that check for accessibility feature, is to check for accessibility. So you'd simply check accessibility and it runs the accessibility check for you, and it also gives you different warnings. So the warnings are basically things that you need to be aware of to change in order to make your content accessible. Thank you so much for tuning into this step-by-step tutorial on how to make your PowerPoint presentation accessible. Now, I know that this was a detailed video, but if there was anything that I missed, or if there's any tips and tricks that you use to make your documents accessible, please put it down in the comments below. And speaking of making documents accessible, we do have an accessible documents checklist that is now available. It will be down in the comments and you can easily download that. And what this checklist does is that it gives you a step-by-step guide on how to make your documents accessible from PDF to Word to PowerPoint, and we even put in a bonus in there for Excel. So if you're interested in that, make sure you click that link below and download that digital checklist. And once you have that checklist, you can use it whenever and you can use it anytime to ensure that you're taking the necessary steps to make your documents accessible. Again, my name is Irene Sidede. Thank you for tuning in to So More Experiences, and I will see you in the next video.